So, lads, 5 minutes ago, the Indiana Fever tweeted out something pretty big, and they tweeted out a photo. And look, this is not the biggest deal in the world for some people. For me, it's a big enough deal that I turned off Burnley versus Sheffield United. Well, didn't turn it off, it's halftime, so I'm running up to record this super quickly. And if things stay as they are, Leeds are going up. So you better believe, like, as a not de facto season ticket holder, but as a guy who goes to 10 games, flies over to England for 10 games a year to watch Leeds, I'm excited. But I'm also extremely excited about seeing the Fever. The Fever. Coulson back. Lexi Hull back. Caitlin Clark back. Or Caitlin Clark there. Keep Porter there. And I'm sorry, like, the Indiana Fever have it easy. You know the way some teams like the Liberty buy their players' apartments? It's an easy one for the Indiana Fever. They don't need to buy any apartments. They genuinely they don't need to buy any apartments for their players because Bree Turner, maybe Lexi Hull and Sydney Coulson. Sydney Coulson's only just gone back to Indiana, I'm pretty sure. But if you're Bree Turner or Caitlin Clark, they clearly just live in the gym. There's probably a mattress there in one of the corners for them. Mattress on corner. They got multiple courts, so maybe there's a mattress. One of them has the mattress on the court, one of them has a mattress in the locker room, and they're good. They're good. So, yeah, it's a good sign for the Indiana Fever, seeing all their players pretty much back. Like, obviously, Aaliyah's back. And one thing that I really like when it comes to this is you're seeing guards working out with bigs, you're obviously seeing wings working out with guards. So as far as these workouts are going, you've got all the players there. And yeah, obviously, look, we saw the bigs workout. We saw when the workout was the 3 bigs. We saw that type of thing. We saw from at different times during the offseason when it was Aaliyah Boston, Natasha Howard, and Bree Turner. Obviously, Damaris Dantas, I don't know when her season in Turkey is finishing, but Dantas will be there very soon. We'll be back very soon. Natasha Howard, I'd say maybe take a day or 2 off and then come back and be ready to work out. I think training camp, if I'm not mistaken, starts in a few days. So Natasha Howard obviously has a little bit of time for that. And you're seeing the players who maybe aren't in training camp go and work out together. So that's one of the things that you need to see. And obviously, look, there's going to be workout footage later today. And don't worry, lads. Do not worry. I'm going to be, as soon as the workout footage comes, I got notifications on and I'm home. So as soon as the workout footage is there, I'll be instantly making a video. I'll make sure that I'm not going to go get shots of go work out before that, because I can't not be at home, because it is a really like revolutionary idea talking about workout footage. So we're going to get that video out as quickly as possible. But obviously, Caitlin's going to be bumping people off all year. I mean, let's see. She's a lot bigger. I think mostly her legs look bigger. I think it's more so her legs that look bigger in this picture. Like Caitlin she just has bulked up. And that's, again, it's going to be a positive thing. That is a positive thing. Like, she just doesn't live you just know Sydney Coulson said something out of pocket. Yep. Looking at Sydney Coulson, yep. You know she did. And, like, Sydney Coulson is going to get the Fever in trouble on Twitter. Like, she just is. You just know she is. She said wild stuff when she played for the Aces. Caitlin Clark blocking out all the noise and just enjoying herself. I mean, it's a team workout. Remember when you used to practice next to 3-year-old birthday parties? Like, in fairness, I don't think the Fever did. I think the Fever kind of had their own place. She played for the Aces for a while. But Bree Turner did play for the Chicago Sky, in fairness, for a year. But prior to that, she was at the Mercury for a while. So in fairness, I think most of the people in this, it's been a long time since most of the players in this picture were part of bad organizations. Outside of, Bree Turner again. She played for the Sky for 1 year. Vibes are high. Inhale confidence, exhale laughter. I mean, yeah, the vibes seem to be really, really good when it comes to the Indiana Fever. Look, obviously, they're just posting what they want people to see. But you can tell from every interview that it's so different this season. It's so different because if we remember last season was like, it was just one of those weird things where Christy Sides came out and basically said, we're going to try change Caitlin. When almost all the fans were Caitlin fans, and Christy Sides essentially came out and said, look, this is what we're going to do is we're going to try completely change. You know, the player that you guys all really like and we drafted number 1, we're going to change her entire game. We're going to change everything about her game. And it was a weird one. It was a weird one. And the vibes seem to be so different coming into this season. And look, I don't think the Fever are the favourites to win the WNBA championship. I think they're one of the teams that have a chance of winning it. For me, there are 3 teams that have a chance, but they're clearly the third right now. The 2 teams made the finals last year, and you just never know. Like, some team could pull a Lynx. The Mercury could pull a Lynx, because I do rate Nate Tibbetts as a coach. I think he's really unorthodox. I think he's really unorthodox as a coach. Like, I think he's very, very unorthodox. And the thing with him being unorthodox is that he makes it weird. He makes it hard to play against in a one individual game. And I have a weird feeling that the Mercury may not have the greatest regular season, but they might just fuck about and win 2 out of 3 against one of the top 3 teams in the playoffs. And then after that, just ride a high. Because you've got multiple players that can just hit a bunch of shots. And you just never know who else the Mercury are going to end up trying to pick up this in the offseason. But with that being said, like, the vibes are super, super high with Indiana, and their players are coming back, and like, it's clear that the players want to be there and they're there to win, and that is a huge thing. Like, even Grace Berger was talking about the biggest reason she's excited to play for the Lynx is because she wants to play in a winning culture, which is completely fair, because I even think the Fever did win last year, and look, I don't think she had that big of a impact in it because she didn't play. But when you have lost consistently for a decade, there's inevitably going to be a losing culture in that team, in that organization. Like, you cannot be as incompetent as they were on the floor for as long as they were without, like, there being some, like, major issues in just the organization. So, yeah, that's just my opinion on it all. Let me know again if you guys might completely disagree with this, or you guys might completely agree with this, but the vibes mean a lot. And a team that are clearly have been working out all summer, that they're actively, the players that can be in Indiana are in Indiana, they're actively working out together at this time. There's 4 players in the one workout. And like, I do think that other teams are doing this. I don't think that it's just the Indiana Fever are like the only team that are working out. But when it comes to like just that, I think there's a lot of other teams that are, maybe every individual player is working out hard. Like, you don't become a professional athlete if you're not a hard worker. But it just seems like there is almost like a bit of a lead by example. And that's the one thing I'll always say when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Like, I don't think Caitlin Clark is a vocal leader. Like, we saw it from Iowa, that sometimes, and I mean this, I think sometimes she might not be the greatest teammate in the world. But one thing you will always see, and you've heard from everyone around Caitlin, is that, like, you've seen it from Iowa, that she does instill almost a, like, we are winning this game. She instills confidence in her teammates, and you have to earn that confidence. You can tell that she's a little bit like Kobe. You've even heard it in college, is that the reason why she didn't like passing at the players is because they weren't putting in the work that she put in. And you could see as time went on, the players that she trusted, and it was the same last season. You could see she trusted Lexi Hull. Even when Lexi Hull wasn't hitting shots, you could see she trusted Lexi Hull, because it was talked about how much they worked out together. And obviously Lexi Hull was making shots in the workouts, and Caitlin was just confident in her. It was the same with Damaris Dantas last year. And like, I know she's not back in Indiana, but we've seen the shape Damaris Dantas is in. You've seen all this stuff. And As well as that, like, we've seen so many positive things when it comes to her this season, the shape she's in, the shots she was hitting, and especially as she got better as last season went on. So we really are looking now at a Fever team that I think is ready, that is genuinely ready to go and ready to compete straight away. But anyway, I'll see you guys.